She gave away her last loaf of bread and went to bed hungry. What happened the next morning shocked her. Elena stood in the small bakery, counting her coins again and again, hoping the numbers would somehow change. They didn't. The shop smelled of warm bread, but her stomach twisted in pain. Since her husband's death months earlier, life had become a quiet battle. Unpaid bills, eviction notices, and nights spent crying into her pillow. That single loaf of bread was all she could afford. It was meant to last 2 days. As the baker wrapped it, Elena whispered, "God, I don't understand this." Outside, the winter air cut through her thin coat. She clutched the bread tightly and began walking home when she heard crying. 2 elderly men sat on the pavement, shaking from cold. One lifted his head and said softly, "We haven't eaten since yesterday." Elena froze. Anger and fear rose together. Why now, she thought. Why me again, God? That bread was her last certainty. She turned away, then stopped. Slowly, she broke the loaf in half. Then again, until nothing remained. She placed the pieces into their trembling hands. "God bless you," one whispered through tears. That night, Elena went to bed hungry. Her stomach burned, her faith wavered. "Lord," she prayed in the darkness, "I gave what I had. Now I leave the rest with you." If you've not been following us, and if this is your first time on this page, click the plus button, like, and share this story so more hearts can be touched. The next morning, a knock thundered at her door. A delivery man stood there confused. "Ma'am, are you Elena?" "Yes." This address received an anonymous grocery order. Behind him were boxes, bread, rice, fruit, milk enough to feed her for weeks. Taped to one box was a note. "What you gave yesterday fed more than bodies. It fed faith, keep trusting." Elena fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. She finally understood. God had never left her. Moral of the story: when you trust God with your last, He responds with more than enough. Type, "God provides," if you believe God never abandons those who trust Him. Share this story so someone else's faith can be restored.